Hello, very good morning to all of you. So far, we have discussed data types and two types of function, and that are type function and input function. In the previous clip, in the previous class, we have discussed data types, type function, and input function. Today, we will discuss mainly about operators in Python. However, we all are familiar with the term operator, as we all have been using arithmetic operator in mathematics like plus, minus, multiplication to find the product, and division operator to find the quotient. Today we will discuss some more types of operators too, including arithmetic operators. But before moving ahead, let us first discuss the some expression. Suppose in algebra you all find the value of the expression if the value of the variable has been given. So let us here we solve some algebraic expression first, like here we have been given a equal to 20 and b equal to 30. Now just to find the sum of these two variables, that is a and b, that is 20 and 30, let us consider the expression, that is equation c equal to a plus b, d equal to a minus b, and e equal to a into b. Just consider this expression or equation c equal to a plus b. Here we are going to perform the addition of two numbers, and which type of operator we use to add those two numbers, that is just consider the symbol in the given expression which will perform the addition. The answer is obviously the plus. So plus is an operator. And in the next expression, here you can see that there is another operator, that is minus. It means this operator will find the difference of a and b. So it is also an operator. And in the next, as I have cleared earlier in the earlier classes, that in programming, computer programming language, we use this star, that is asterisk operator, to find the product of the numbers. So here this expression will give the product of a and b, that is 20 and 30. So here this is also an operator. Now it is clear that what is operator. And now let us consider the same expression here. And one more thing, that is the equal to is also an operator in computer programming language. Here equal to is also an operator. Then what is the function of this operator? As we know that plus operator is used to find the sum of two values, and minus operator is used to find the difference of two values, and multiplication operator is used to find the product of two values. Then what is the function of equal to operator? It is clear. Equal to operator is used to assign the value to a variable. For example, here when the sum of a and b will be calculated, then whatever the sum will be stored in the variable c, that is that value will be assigned to another variable c. Basically it is required in computer programming language. So here equal to is called an assignment operator. Assignment means this operator assigns a value to the variable. The value may be numeric, the value may be string. In further we will study string operator just next to this. Now consider this expression. I have taken one from this. Here it is clear that equal to and plus, these are operators. Then what a, b and c is called? These are the operands. Here a is the operand, b is the operand, and c is the operand. Now hence after this discussion, now we may conclude the definition of operators. What are operators? Operators are used to perform different operations. Different operations means arithmetic, it may be arithmetic or relational or logical, on operands. That is, here the operands are maybe variable or operands may be numbers. On operands and give a meaningful result. again operators are used to find the different operations. Here just the definition of operator is just enhanced regarding mathematics. In maths we use only arithmetic operator, but in computer programming language we will study some more types of operators, and that extra type of operators are relational operator and logical operator that we will discuss further. And now there are various types of arithmetic operators. Some of them we are familiar with, some of them like plus, minus, multiplication operator and division operator. But in arithmetic operators there are some more operators too. Let us discuss. So let us discuss the different types of arithmetic operators. Basically, arithmetic operators are of two types: unary operators and binary operators. And we all are familiar with the most of binary operators. But so far, however, we have been using unary operators, but we don't familiar with this. So first, we will discuss unary operators. Unary operators are the operators that requires only one operand. For example, say here a equal to 10. This is the most common expression that we use in algebra. To find the value of an expression or equation, to find the value of a given expression or equation in algebra, first we are given the value like this. Say x equal to 5, y equal to -2 and so on. Here this is also a type. Here we also use a type of operator to declare x equal to 10, x equal to 50. Here there are two types of unary operator, plus and minus. Here we use unary operator. Say x equal to 10 means it is equivalent to x equal to plus 10. That is integral sign, that the sign that we use in integer. Here it means x equal to 10 means 10 is a positive integer, or y equal to -10 means 10, here -10 means 10 is a negative integer. So this is the example of unary operator. A equal to 10, here it requires only one operator, plus, and however the plus is not mentioned, but if the value is negative then it must be mentioned. So b equal to -10. So these are unary operator, and it will be more clear after discussing binary operators, as plus, minus, multiplication, division. These all operators require two operands. Just think, can we perform addition on one number? No. To find the addition, we must require at least two numbers. So addition is a binary operator. That is, binary operators are the operators that requires at least two operands. It may have many, but at least it requires two operands. And however, if there are many operands, then though we find the sum, first we find the sum of 2, then we find the next sum, and so on. So basically the definition of binary operators is the operators that require only two operands, and these are addition, plus, this is, we all are familiar, but take an example, 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Here plus is the binary operator, and as we can see that it has two operands, 3 and 2. In the next, subtraction. What is the use of subtraction operator? That is minus operator. It is used to find the difference of two values, and here we can see that this operator, that is subtraction operator, has two operands, 3 and 2, and the result is 1. And the next is multiply, multiplication operator, asterisk. It has also two operands, 3 and 2, and the value is, result is 6. 3 2 is 6. In the next, division operator, we can see here this is slash, forward slash, and forward slash is used as a division operator. Suppose if we do this 3 divided by 2, it will give quotient in the decimal form. means when we will divide 3 by 2, the quotient will be 1.5. But the next operator is integer division. This is simple division operator, and the next operator is integer division. In integer division, we use double forward slash. When we will perform this operation, it will yield a value in the form of integer. Say, when 3 is divided by 2, the answer will be 1. Here the decimal part is truncated, and in this case we have remainder, but the quotient is displayed. We will clear the use of integer division in the computer programming. Sometimes in computer programming language, sometimes we need to find only the whole part of the quotient, and we ignore the remainder. The next, modulus operator. Percent is the modulus operator, and it yields, that is, it gives remainder. That is, just consider this expression 3% 2. Means when we will divide 3 by 2, what will be the remainder? It is 1. So it will give the remainder of the given expression. In the last arithmetic operator is exponential. Double asterisk, that is double star sign, is used as exponential operator. For example, say when we will do this, find the value of this expression 3 star star 2. In this case, we have 3 as base. You all would have studied in mathematics the power, exponentiation. So here 3 is the base and 2 is the power. This expression is equivalent to this expression in maths. This expression, that is, this expression is equivalent to this. So what will be the value of 3 square? Obviously 3 into 3, that is 3 3s are 9. So like this. And now we will see some examples of this using code. Now let us see some examples through codes, through programming. If we study programming during the theory class, then it would be easier to understand during the lab. So here, this is the program and this is the output. We will consider it first, but first discuss this. Here the program is, code is, first statement is equal to int, a small bracket start, input, a small bracket start, double inverted column start, comma start, enter the first number, semicolon, double inverted comma closed, and first this open parenthesis has been closed, and then this. So let us first understand this meaning. The objective is to understand the input function. Actually, in the previous class we discussed input function. But before we will discuss what is here int. What is the meaning of int? Here it is clear that a is the variable and int is the identifier of this variable. That is, int is the data type. It indicates, it exports that which type of value should we enter. That is, what the value, which type of value should be, which type of value will a consist. So it is clear, integer value, a will hold integer value, so we must enter the int type data. That is, any integer with plus or minus sign of the given range. Refer to the book for the range of integer type data, that is int type data. In the next, input. Input is the function that is mainly used to accept the value of the variable during run time. That is, when we will run the program, during execution of the program, it will ask the user to enter the value. That is, it will ask us to enter the value. And the next, b equal to, and here it is to be noticed that equal to is an assignment operator. And here again we have a variable b that will hold only integer type data. So we must enter again the integer type data. In the input function, similarly, it will also ask to enter the value during runtime. Enter the second number, and after entering the number, the statement is, this is print statement, that is print statement is used to print the output. Print the sum of the numbers is a plus b. Now consider its output. When we use input function, it asks user to enter the value. So when compiler will face this statement, it prompts a message that we have written inside the double quotes. So when we run the program, that is after writing this code, when we press F5 key, this message will be displayed on the screen. Enter the first number. This message will be prompted on the displayed on the screen. Suppose we entered number 25. Then we will press, after entering the number, don't wait, just press the enter key. When we press enter key, then the next message will be displayed, that is enter the second number. Ignore this right now. Then the next message will be displayed, enter the second number. Suppose we entered 5. And now we will press enter key, and as we press enter key, this will be displayed. The message that we give in the between the double quotation mark. The sum of the numbers is colon, and this comma operator, as we have studied this already, this is a separator of print function. This comma will leave a space, and then the value of a plus b, that is value of 25 and 5 will be displayed. Here one thing is to be noticed, that whatever the value we will enter here, it will be stored in the variable a. And whatever the value we will enter here, it will be stored in the variable b. And then after pressing the enter key, here a plus b will be calculated and the result will be displayed. Now let us change the operator. Say here we change it as minus. What will be the same number? If we enter the same number again, it will be treated, it should be treated as second program. We will perform all the arithmetic operations during this with the help of this code. When we will change here minus, it will give 25 a minus b, that is 25 minus 5, 20. We have to understand all the operators. And now when we use here multiplication operator, it will yield the value a into b, that is 25 into 5, 125. And now use division operator. It will yield the value 5. However, division operator gives in decimal form, so probably I can't say clearly, but it may be like this 5.0, because division operator. But if we change the input, say in this case, while we use division operator, suppose we have 32 first number and we give 5 second, then what would be the result? Here the quotient will be displayed in decimal form. So when we divide 32 by 6, it will be 6.4. The result will be this. But if we use integer division, say double slash, then it will yield the value 6. It gives, this operator gives the quotient in the form of integer. It truncates, it leaves the fractional part, as 32 divided by 5 is 6.4. But if we use this integer division, it will truncates, that is leaves the fractional part and display the quotient in the form of integer, that is it show only integral part of the number. And the next, if we change this like percent, that is modulus operator, it will give the remainder. What is the remainder when we divide 32 by 5? 2. The result is this. And now I leave one type of operator, suppose we use exponentiation operator, exponentiation, say double asterisk, and here we will consider some smaller number, say 3 and another number 4. It will yield 3, a value of a is 3 and value of b is 4, and a is the base and b is the power. So it will be like this: 3 3 9 3 27 3 81. And we will do this during the lab practically. Now we will discuss the next operator, string operator. The next operators are string operators. Where string is the, what is the string? We have already discussed string in the Microsoft Excel. The string is the sequence of characters. Our name is encoded by single or double quotation. Our names are also a string value, as our name is the sequence of a combination of characters. So this is also a string value. So there are two types of string operators. The string operators are mainly used on string value, as arithmetic operators are used on numbers. String operators are used on string. And there are two types of string operator: concatenation operator, that is plus, and replication operator, that is star or asterisk star. Here don't get confused that plus is an addition operator. Here plus is the addition operator if we are using plus with numbers, but if we are using plus with string values, then this plus will be termed as concatenation operator. Here the meaning of concatenation means joins. Concatenation means to join. Obviously here it joins, this operator joins two strings. For example, if suppose this is the Python prompt, and if we use keeps plus learning, as we press enter key, it will, this operator concatenates these two strings, keeps and learning, that is it will join these two strings like this: keeps learning. And the next is replication operator, star. Replication operator, that is a star operator, is used to write the same string multiple times as indicated. For example, suppose if we write the code like this: keeps star 4, as you press enter key, it will print the keeps 4 times. If we here give 2, say 2, it will print keeps 2 times without leaving any space. If we give here 3, it will print keeps 3 times. If we give here 4, it will print keeps 4 times. So this is how an string operator works. And now rest of the operators like relational operator and logical operator will be discussed in the next class. I don't want to explain this all in the one class, because these are different types of operators. So especially I will explain relational operator and logical operator in one class, because the video is getting too long. So I stop right over here. Thank you.